Alright, off for a very good start. Now, I know many of you have been waiting for this video for a long time. The chapter 6 revision. Okay, now, so good news is I have finally upgraded my computer, so likely, hopefully, the video will be smoother. No more 5 FPS. Okay, now, but the bad thing is that no, you know, I actually spent like half an hour, 1.5 hours to go through this chapter 6, and then for whatever reason the program died and I couldn't save. So this is a redoing of the chapter 6 revision. So I try to be quicker. 哇，真係呢啲手神嘅嘢真係好難講啦。即買部新機一開波第一下落，跟住就輕咗啦已經。不過唔係部機時嘅 program。Oh anyway, so let's be little bit quicker here. Alright, now this chapter 6, we're going to talk about two very important laws here. Alright, now the first one, if you remember, we're talking about DMR. Basically, we are talking about your group projects. Remember? 係咪啊？我哋話你哋做 group project 咧，咪話一條友 ，if you have only one person to do it, you find it to be super difficult. And then let's say you have the whole form 4 doing as a same group doing one project, you also find it very difficult because too many people. Then it only creates trouble, 係咪啊？ Too many people creates trouble, 係咪啊？ Now, this is a DMR. Now, the second thing we're going to learn will be economies of scale. Okay, economies of scale. Basically, the more you do, the cheaper the average cost will become. Okay, so let us move on. Now, before we can look at DMR and economies of scale, there are several terms we need to deal with. Now, the several pairs. Now, first, let's look at what is variable and fixed. Now, basically, variable 可變啊 can be changed. Okay, while fixed something, fixed whatever, it means cannot change. Okay, cannot change 唔變得嘅。Okay, so formally the definition, it changes. Now variable changes with the number of output. 做得越多俾得越多，做得越少俾得越少啦。One of the most typical example would be raw materials， 係咪啊？我哋講嘅嗰啲原材料啦 ，raw materials. The more you do, the more you need to pay. Okay, now the second thing, fixed for fixed factor, it means that it does not change regardless of your output. Now, for example, rental 係咪啊？嗰啲租金啊，話知你做1件又好，做10件又好，嗰個月租係咁多就咁多㗎啦嘛。Alright, rental doesn't change with the number of output. Okay, now why we need to learn variable and fixed? Because we also need to deal with two terms we call short run versus long run. Okay, now short run and long run. Basically, short run means there are both fixed and variable factors. Okay, now remember when we're talking about short run and long run, we are talking about factors. Okay, 係啊，你講嗰啲人啊、啲機器啊嗰啲啊。Okay, now here we have both fixed and variable. Now here already give you some example, so let's not go through it. Wow, when we talk about long run is that we only have variable, or in another word, here you see I say there is no fix 冇 fix 嘅時候，全部都 variable 啦，咁咧你就會知嗰個叫 long run 啦。Okay, so keep this in mind. Now let's look at some mathematical equations. Yeah, much better. So mathematical relationships. Okay, now first we need to deal with total, then marginal, then also average. Now here, total and average, I don't think you have a lot of problem with these two terms, right? 嗱，應該問題不大㗎啦。Now basically, average means total divided by the number of output， 係咪啊？你做你做原來總共100蚊嘅，但係你做10件，咁每件咪10蚊咯，係咪啊？ Very easy. Now the problem is with marginal. Now marginal basically it means additional， 多咗幾多啊 ？Okay, so if we want to calculate marginal, we use this unit minus the total of the last unit. 呢件嘅總數減翻上一件嘅總數，咁就知道呢件為你帶嚟幾多嘅嘢咯。Now I know it sounds a little bit abstract, so let's look at some example. Now here, it actually starts with average cost here and number of output. Now with this column, when we try to calculate total cost, it's quite easy. It's actually quite easy to do so, right? Now, total is calculated by number of output times average cost, 係咪啊？1乘2咪係咯。So now, because of time limitation, already calculated for you. Now here for marginal cost， 嗱頭先我哋講啦 ，marginal cost additional 多咗嘛，係咪？咁我哋睇下點樣多到啊 ？Let's look at number 2 first. Okay, here number 2, total cost is 18, but at number 1, the total cost is only 8. That means when you use when you produce one more output， 你做多一件貨嘅時候，其實要俾多幾多錢啊 ？Then you use this total 18 minus the previous total 18減10咪8蚊咯。嗱 by the same token at number of output equals to 3. Then you see when we have 3 we have $24, but at 2 we have $18. Which means with the addition of the third unit, you will need to pay $6 more. All right? So 8, 6, and by the same token, the next one, 4. Okay? Now, you may be asking, what about the first one? First one, 第一個呢？咁啊 remember, in the formula, we said we use this unit minus the previous unit. The problem is, now, unit 1, the previous unit should be unit 0, right? 係咪應該零件嘅時候嘅問題啦？你有冇零件啊 ？No, you don't have unit 0. All right, you don't have unit 0. That is why actually the first one we have question mark. Oh no. We have 10 minus question mark. So what's the answer? Actually, it's a big question mark. Okay, so here you see big question mark. 你計唔到㗎，得唔得？Okay, let's move on. Now, we started with average cost. What about this time? We start with marginal cost. 今次啦，唔俾 average cost， 俾 marginal cost， 我哋計翻轉頭睇下點做咯，好嘛？嗱 ，here number of output. 嗱 ，this time we have 0， 係咪啊？有啲特別啦，跟住俾咗0你喎。We know total cost was 0， 係咪啊？本身都係0蚊啊，本身就唔關事嘅，係咪啊 ？So here at 1. Number of output at 1, the marginal cost is given as 2. 好啦，咁即係第一件嘅 total cost 係幾多啊？唔做嘅時候係0，做一件係2蚊。Then you know this one plus this one, right? This one plus this one, 0 plus 2 equals to 2. Now, by the same token, when I do 2 units, when I do 1 unit, the total cost is $2. I need to pay $4 more. Then you know the total cost with 2 plus 4 equals to 6. By the same tokens, 6 plus 6, here, 6 plus 6, and 12 plus 8, we get 20. Okay? Now, average cost quite easy. Average cost quite easy. Now, let's call this A, okay? Let's call this B. Basically, it's just A divided by B, nothing special. Okay, 好啦，唔嘥時間啦，好冇？唔嘥時間啦。So let's look at 2 big examples to try to consolidate what we have talked about. Okay, now here, let's see. Oh, sorry. Yeah, much better. I think it's much better. Now here, let's see. First example, we have factor cost relationship. Now here, assume, the question says, assume labor and machines are the only factors employed in firm A. 原來 firm A 淨係得 labor 同 machine 啦。So let's look at the 2 factors and answer part B first. Okay, now labor and machine 01, 2, 3, 4, 5, 01, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, you see both are changing. Actually, both are variable factors. What we call variable factors. Okay, 好啦，公司淨係得2個 factor， 2個都 variable。Translating it into human language, meaning there is no fixed factor. 好啦 so we know firm A is in a long run production now. Okay, now long run. Why? Because we say all factors are variable factors, no fixed factor. Okay, so this is the case, quite easy. Now, let us try to complete the table. Here, already given you as 0, 0. When it is 0, 0, what's the total cost? So, let's calculate marginal cost first. Okay? Now, marginal cost 點計啊？今次嘅 total 減上面個 total 啊，時間嘅關係啦，已經計咗啦。Here, let's not waste time here. Let's do 2 demonstration. Okay? First one, when I don't have any cost. When I do the first 20 units, you see the total cost will be 200. So, what is the marginal cost of the first 20 units? Is actually 200. Okay? Now, 200, 142, 90, etc. etc. 係嘛？唔講啦，唔講咁多啦，得唔得？自己睇啦。嗱。Average cost, we know total divided by something, but then divided by what? Here you already know. I said you have to be divided by the total output, 係咪啊？我係 output 啊嘛，係咪？ So here, let's see. The output should be total cost divided by total output will be 10. By the same token, 9. 自己計啦，好唔好啊？ So quite easy. Now, let's do another one. Another example, here, again, labor machine, only factors. Now this time we check. Labor, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, variable. Machine, 1, 1, 1, 1. 誒，冇變到喎 no change. Then we call this a fixed factor, 係咪啊？唔變過，其實你見 1, 1, 1, 1冇變到，係咪啊？ Fixed factor. Okay, now, here, so we already know when there is a variable factor and there is fixed factor, then we know this is going to be a short run production. Okay, short run production. The explanation is quite easy. You just need to say this. Because there are both variable factors and fixed factor. But in examination, if you want to play safe, I will specify which one is variable, which one is fixed. Here, you see, labor, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 喐嘅. So, labor is the variable. And machine, 1, 1, 1, 1 is the fixed one. Okay? Now, let's complete the table. Again, we start with marginal product. 你話唔係喎，阿 Sir， 第一個應該1減0㗎嘛，我都冇 labor 係0。Haven't given you, right? Now, think about one question. 好啦，呢個世界冇人，部機會唔會自己着㗎 ？Right? Even if you have machine, if you do not have any labor, if you do not have anyone working, no one to turn on the machine, then do you think there will be any product at all? The answer is quite simple. No, 一定冇得做啦，係咪啊？ So we know when we talk about product， 係咪啊？我哋唔係講 cost 喎，今次頭先上面 here above we are talking about cost, right? But below we are talking about product. When we talk about product, no factor, no labor, it automatically means that there will be no product. So we know. At 0 is actually 0。好啦，即係可以啦。6減0係咪啊？我哋應該6加 total 係0啊嘛，本身冇嘢。而家第一個做多6件係咪0加6啊 ？OK, 0。Now, by the same token, total 6. Now we employ one more, and then we get 8 more products. So the total 14. By the same token, 14 plus 10 做多10件。做多8件，做多6件 ，then we do the calculation. OK， 嗱 average product 唔嘥時間啦。OK， I should have specified average product of labor. That is my bad. OK， 嗱應該要寫明係 labor 噶啦，咁好易計啦，係咪啊 ？We know you only use this one. Let's call it A. Let's call it B. OK， this one is basically A divided by B. Then you get the answer. 嗱唔嘥時間啦。OK，now make sure before you go on.You understand the meaning of short run and long run and be able to complete the table of average, total, and marginal. Okay? If you do not understand that, my advice is rewind the video and watch it again until you understand what I was talking about. Okay? Now, I assume you are ready. So, let us move on. Now, we are going to look at the 2 laws. The first law we are going to look at would be a short run, important law. We call it the law of diminishing marginal return. 講得簡單啲咩意思呢？係咪啊？我哋成日都話啦，中文有一句啊，人多就好辦事啊嘛，係咪？好辦事，係 人多就好辦事啊嘛。但係同一時間有咩問題啊？人太多就手腳亂啊嘛，係咪？腳亂啊something like that, okay? So basically, DMR is this part. DMR is this part, okay? People, when you add more and more people, add more and more factors, it will bound to happen that some of them may not be so useful. The contribution will be very little, okay? Now, here, let's look at the law first, okay? Now, the law says that as variable factors are added into fixed factor, marginal product would eventually diminish. Other factors are held constant, okay? Now, quite a mouthful, and in fact, my advice is, please recite it. 唔該，背咗佢啦。There are a lot of important things in this law. Okay, now first of all, it says variable factors added into a fixed factor. Whenever you see fixed factor, you already know this refers to a situation when it is a short run. 因為點解啊 ？In long run， 點解啊 ？In contrast, long run should have no fixed factor 係咪啊？唔應該有 fixed factor 喎。如果有 fixed factor，咪即係 short run 咯。OK， 嗱 another thing we are talking about marginal product, not cost， 同成本冇任何關係。我哋講緊係產出，同成本冇任何關係。同埋 we are talking about marginal, not average. OK，so be extra careful. OK，marginal product. Now for simplicity reason, please delete C 係嘛？鏟咗 C 佢啦，唔講啦，費事講啦。And remember, other things are held constant. What we mean by that? For example, skill. Here you see skill. 即係例如啦，你話喂唔係話成假設而家我做個 project，嗱 originally we get 3 people, and then at the 4th one, let's say we add Miss Ma，OK，Miss Ma 我哋最中意啦，係咪啊？虧嗰個係咪啊？嗱。You add someone that is skillless, that is have no skill, then of course not going to be useful. All right. Now, but then you may argue, what about I add a very good person? Let's say you add Leo Chen. Okay. Suddenly your work becomes so good. Then sorry, DMR we cannot argue against DMR using this because DMR states that skills are held constant. So you own the first one. You add Liu Chen. Second one, you also add Liu Chen. Third one, you also add Liu Chen. At least the skill level must be the same. You cannot have a vastly different skill level. Okay, so this is the way we do it. Okay, now remember D. Be also extra careful with this point. Now here we are talking about marginal product will eventually diminish. Make it diminish, like this. Originally, here you see increasing, but then after certain point, 10 to 8， 見唔見啊？開始跌翻落去啦，係咪啊？開始個數字跌翻落去。We call this diminish. But the problem is, you see here, I already marked, all are positive， 仲係正數嚟㗎，仍然都係加緊越嚟越多嘢落去個 total 度㗎，只不過係越加越慢 ，OK 係越加越慢。It's not about having lower total product， 唔係做少咗，係仍然做多咗，不過係越加越慢咁解，得唔得 ？Alright now, so typical phase of DMR would look like this. Now, 2 things you need to check now because of time limitation already prepared for you. Okay. Now here, remember when we talk about DMR. Diminishing marginal return. 2 things to check. Step 1, you check whether we are talking about short run production. That means you need to find fixed factor. Second, you also need to check whether we are talking about marginal product, not cost. Okay, marginal product. 嗱，永遠都要 check 呢兩個 step 啊。So let's practice it. Now here, first step, we check whether there is any fixed factor. This one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, variable. 1, 1, 1, 1. 呢個啦 fixed factor 啦。So yes, the first step we get it right. Now the second step, we need to work out the marginal product. 嗱，由於時間關係，呢度係咪好好人啊？已經俾咗你 marginal product 啦。Okay, now here you see, it will look like something like this. Originally increasing, but then at certain point, 去到某個位咧就會開始會細翻啦，係咪啊？10變翻8啦，會細。We call this diminish. Okay, now be careful. In exam, now don't worry, we'll go to that very soon, maybe 5 minutes later. But let's talk about it. In this table, 你記唔記得？ This guy, 10, is the highest marginal product among all of them. Now, when in MC, we call that DMR sets in. There are two ways to say that. First way, you can say it sets in after the third unit of labor, all right? Or when the fourth unit is added. OK， 嗱，即係咩意思咧？原來 after 意思咧就係攞最大嗰個 ，when 咧就係最大之後嗰個啦。OK， 嗱 ，don't worry, we have more examples later. Don't worry about it. So this is the table form. Table form about DMR. Now, what about in graph form? 係咪大家最中意 graph 啦？係咪啊？嗱 ，in a graph form, it will look something like this. Here, you see. Originally may be rising. Now, this part is not important. 嗱，前面嗰 part 唔係咁重要嘅啫。Now, eventually at one point, it reached the maximum, and it starts to go down, and may even go to a negative region. Okay, now here I give you 2 points. Point A and point B. Remember, when we talk about DMR, we refer to point A. 因為 point A 啦，見唔見啊？佢開始跌翻落去，但係仲係咩意思啊？正數嚟㗎，唔該，記住啊！啲橛成橛都仲係正數嚟㗎，見唔見啊？成橛都仲係正數嚟㗎。We are still talking about positive, so we are still doing more product. Only that the addition is getting slower and slower, and may eventually reach point B. After point B 開始啦，幫倒忙啦，越整越少啦。Okay, so this is what we are talking about DMR in graph form. Okay, now let's look at some example. Now, honestly, graph not so important. This part not so important. More important is the table. Okay, now let's do a lot of exercise so that you will understand what is going on. 嗱，唔好意思啊，快咗少少啊，因為悶悶地啊，唔想再由頭講啦。Now here, first question, 1996係咪1996年啊？好耐之前嘅題目啊。Now here, refer to the above table. Which of the following is a possible increase in total output？ 嗱，見唔見而家 total output 越嚟越大喎？嗱，其實呢條唔睇 table 得嘅喎。嗱 here， 我想問點解咧要越做越多嘢嘅？因為多咗 worker 啊嘛，多咗 worker 咁樣會出現咩啊 ？division labor 咯，個答案係 A 咯，黐線㗎係嘛？嗱 here, what about C and D？ 嗱 C and D don't worry about it. C you learn it in Form 6 comparative advantage. It has something to do with trade, international trade. 呢個咧同 international trade 有關嘅，同而家未有關嘅，唔好理佢住啦。Economies of scale, we will talk about that maybe 15 minutes later. Okay? Now here for B. What about the law of diminishing margin？ 首先啦嚇，嗱 remember this is some very old question. So remember the older the question, the worse it is. 以前咧土炮題目嚟嘅，啲人唔識 econ 嘅，唔識考試係咪？嗰個叫咩啊 ？The law of diminishing marginal return 唔係 law of diminishing return， 冇呢條 law 嘅，嗰條 law 叫 law of diminishing marginal return 啊，唔好搞錯得唔得？嗱。Assuming this is right, let us check. Okay, now first step, remember, check whether there is fixed factor or not. Now 5. 嗱呢個好明顯 fixed factor 啦，係咪 ？So yes, we pass it. This is a short run. Okay, this is a short run. Now second, we need to work out the marginal product. 我哋要睇睇啦 marginal product 啦，而家淨得 total 啫喎，係咪啊 ？So work on the marginal. Marginal first one we don't know because we don't know we don't know as the 6th worker. 第6個 worker 嘅 total product 咧 we don't know. Okay, so to calculate 120減100咁咪20咯，係咪啊？150減120咪30咯。Okay, so you see here all increasing. have not diminished. So actually, DMR not apply in this case. The DMR 都唔 apply 嘅，得唔得？ Okay, so let's move on. Now second question here, the above data refer to let's see. First of all, step 1. We check whether there is fixed factor. 3 喂，呢個咪 fix 咯，係咪啊？好啦，逢親有 fix 嘅，我哋呢個叫咩啊？有 fix 有 variable. This is a short run. Alright, so not long run. C and D already wrong. Okay. Now here, second step, we need to check the marginal product. Now we only have total, so let's work out the marginal product. 嗱，時間關係計埋俾你啦，係咪？嗱 ，quite easy. This one. 嗱 ，in case you're wondering how we get this, 160 minus 90. This two, OK？ 今次減翻上次嗰個得唔得啊？一樣道理啦。Here, 250 minus 160， 90啦，係咪啊 ？So you see, increasing 係咪仍然上升緊喎 ？So does not apply 嗱，同埋啦，記住舊題目啊 ，the law of diminishing marginal return 自己加翻落去啦，自己加翻落去啦 ，marginal return 先啊。OK，now next two question. Study in pair 呢個啊，記住啊 pair up 啊。Study in pair. Okay. Now here, given you a table. According to above table, diminishing marginal return sets in. 嗱 in 字嘅應該係 sets in when 啦，係咪有個 when 字啦？我哋唔好理呢住先，我哋 check 咗 DMR 先。OK， 我哋睇咗 DMR 先啦。Now first step, whether there is fixed factor. 4. Yes, there is fixed factor. So this is a short run. Okay. Now, second step, we check marginal product. Okay. Now, but remember, it has only given you average 係咪啊？嗱，見我指住啊，梗係有啲警棍啦。哦，呢度6、7、8、7，啱啦。呢個係 DMR。No, average. Okay. You need to turn it into total and then calculate marginal. Okay. Now because of time limitation, already calculate for you. Okay. Now 寫兩個啦，驚你唔識啊。Total product now is 6 times 1. Okay. Here 7 times 2係咪如此類推啦？計落去啦。Then we get this marginal product. 今次減上次嗰個。Then we get this. Now here, notice that at the third unit of machine, the marginal products becomes highest. So in exam, we say that DMR sets in after third unit has been added, when the fourth unit has been added. 係咪啊？我哋 when 係之後嗰個啊嘛，係 after 加一啊嘛，係咪？ So here the question is when. So the answer is actually C, the fourth one. OK， 得唔得啊？ Now in contrast, 2010原來啦又出咗條一模一樣㗎。First of all, let us check DMR。嗱，佢又問 DMR set in after， 今次係咪啊 ？After 啦。OK, let's see. First step, any fixed factor? 3V, yes, fixed factor here. So this is a short run. 係咪有 short run 啦？ Now second, we work out the marginal product。好啦 ，marginal product 啦，睇先。咦 ，average 嗱，小心啦，係咪啊？開始敏感啦。So let's work out the total product。時間關係已經計咗俾你啦。marginal product 都係啦，時間關係已經計咗。So you see, the highest marginal point is actually this one at 3 unit. So we say after the third unit, when the fourth unit. This is the way we say it because the question is asking for after， 係咪啊？佢係第幾件啊嘛 ，so we know after the third. Answer is C. Easy. Now here, the following table shows something. If law of diminishing marginal return applies， 嗱已經講咗 apply， 所以唔使處理fixed factor 嗰個問題啦，係咪 ？Anyway， 我哋都見到啦，係其實呢度啊 fixed factor 啦已經有 fixed factor。Now given you total product， 我哋而家係要有我哋係要有 DMR 嘅。So with first remember second step 係咪啊？我哋第二步啊要有 marginal product 嘛。Let's work out the marginal product。嗱第一件唔知啦，係咪跟住10、12、10 Y 嗱 ？Let's call it Y unknown，right？ Now here we know law of diminishing marginal return, right? Law of diminishing marginal return states that it will eventually diminish. That means y here has to be smaller than or equals to 10, right? 係咪啊？原來我哋知道啦，一係10，一係細過10，但係唔可以大過10，如果咪彈翻上去啊嘛，係咪？ Now here, let's see which one can satisfy this one. Must be smaller than 42. Basically means x must be smaller than 40. Basically means y must be negative. 嗱，頭先我哋講過啦 ，DMR does that mean it has to be negative? No, it only means that the addition is getting slower， 係越加越慢，唔係負數嘛 ？OK， so must be no， must be greater than 42， 未必㗎。我頭先話未必係負數，有冇話唔可以係負數啊 ？No，OK， so we actually do not know, not must be. Now C, answer is C. Can be 42. Basically, it means y can be 0， 係啊。y can be 0咯，如果 y can be 0，咁呢個42冇問題啊，有冇問題啊？係嘛 ？Let's see， 有冇問題啊？10、12、10、0有冇問題啊 ？No problem。So answer is C。OK， equals to 52。係咪一定要52啊？未必一定係52嘅。OK，so let's not waste time here. Quite easy, quite easy. Mathematical problem. Now here, next one. Affirm employs 2 factors only， 淨係咧用machine 同 labour 嘅啫。嗱 here the marginal product will start to diminish， 係咪又 when 字啦 ？when 啦係咪 ？So here let's see. Step 1 fixed factor. Yes, we have fixed factor machine. And now second step we work out the marginal product. Let's look at marginal product. 嗱時間關係啊，20、30、20負5啦係咪？嗱 we know the highest point again is at the third unit, but then it asks for when. So it's after third unit, when the fourth unit 係咪又係同一個問題啦？唔嘥時間啦，自己溫一溫啦，係咪 ？So answer is 4. Okay, here fourth unit 得唔得啊 ？Not difficult, not difficult. 好啦，18年啦，18年啊，逢親見到嘅有警棍啦，係咪 ？Not so easy 嗱 ，not so easy 啊，通常18年就 Here you see。Capital, labour, marginal product， 哇，好容易喎，係咪啊？嗱 ，first step fixed factor， fix OK。second step marginal product， marginal product 57986係咪計埋俾你啊？今次57986啦。marginal product 9986。So when 係咪啊？頭先啊，我哋講啊，咦，今日 after 第3個 unit，when 第4個 unit 咯。So answer when is 4， 啱唔啱啊 ？No， 唔係啊。阿 Sir 唔係啊，真係啊，第9個 after 第9個咪 DMR 咯，睇 please read the question please OK you read the question is asking the average product is the highest 呢個我都填錯啦應該係咪啊 is the highest 係咪啊幾時最高啊？佢問緊 ，OK， 仲係 average product 啊。So this time is actually not DMR but mathematical question. We need to work out total product and then average product. OK， 嗱 marginal product given to you。嗱，就時間關係啦，加咗俾你啦，係咪啊？係咪加咗俾你啦？52、21如此類推啦。跟住 then average product only total this one。Total product divided by labor, okay? Divided by labor, you get. Then highest point, we actually know 7 point something. This one 7 point something. Out of all 5, 7 point something is the highest. So answer, 咦又好彩喎 ，answer 又真係咁啱 C 喎，係咪啊 ？So C is the answer， 係咪啊？原來加第4件嘅時候，真係個 average product 會最高喎。Okay? So, but please remember, whenever you do exam.I know things may seem very similar, but then you always read the questions very carefully. Especially you know 你知邊個出卷㗎嘛係咪 ？You know who sets your test paper, your exam paper. Alright, so please be careful. 唔該自己啊，睇路啊，唔該大眼行路啊，得唔得 ？Alright, so one more question, and then we can talk about economies of scale. Okay, now here table show this. First of all, state the diminishing marginal return. Now, without referring to the notes, I give you think about it. Now, pause the video. Think about it for 30 seconds. All right? Think about it for 30 seconds and see whether you can answer. All right, go. Now, assume you already paused the video. Now, remember, DMR looks easy, but actually there are a lot of things. Okay, diminishing marginal return. First, you need to mention when variable factors are added to fixed factors. Then, second thing, the marginal product would eventually diminish. You need to mention as well. Other factors are held constant. For example, labor skill or technology level. 呢個先完整㗎，見唔見啊？ It's actually a very long law， 好多嘢裏邊㗎。Okay, now second part, explain if the data above illustrate the law. Now let's do our simple checking first. Now step one, we need to check whether there is a fixed factor. Now here, if is it 3, 有 fixed factor, okay, 過關. Now second, we need to check the marginal product. Here, it only give you average product, so we need to work out total and marginal. 嗱，時間關係又做咗俾你啦，係咪？ Now, so we see the highest point is actually this one, 600, when the third unit is employed. So remember, we say after third unit, when fourth unit 係咪？又係啦 ，after third unit, when fourth unit 啊，又係呢啲問題啦，唔講咁多啦。Now, but in order to explain it, it's going to be really clumsy. In order to explain, first, you need to state this is a short run, because as you see, there are variable factors and there is fixed factor, namely machines in this case. As more variable factors are added into a fixed factor. Second, you need to work this out. And remember, in examination, you cannot just write here. 你唔可以喺度僭建個 table 㗎，唔得㗎，唔接受僭建係犯法㗎。雖然我哋啲司長都成日做啊，得唔得？ Now, you need to draw a new table in your answering script. OK， 你要畫多次個 table 嚟到畫翻呢啲嘅。And then after the table, you say after the third unit or when the fourth unit, you see that marginal product diminishes from something from 600 to 300. OK, from 600 to 300. That is why DMR applies. So 你見啦 this type of question is actually only about recitation 係背書嘅 but it takes a lot of time. So my guess is that there would not be such kind of questions anymore in exam. 一係咧就分開兩 part 問，唔會叫你一 part 咁樣答晒兩個啦，係咪啊？嗱 ，of course in school examination you still need to understand this part in order to get a good marks. Okay, but anyway啦。Okay. If no further problem, then let us go to the second part, economies of scale. Now, after we are done with diminishing marginal return, now we're going to look at a very similar law. We call the economies of scale. Now, economies of scale 又係咁嘅，又係咧，你升啲嘢 ，when output increase, average cost decrease。咦，好似樣喎，係咪啊？頭先就係啦。頭先我哋 DMR 係講咩啊？ Where at DMR we talk about factors increase, marginal product decrease eventually, right? Very similar. 係啊 idea are quite similar. It says that a firm may enjoy or suffer 自己配對翻好嘛 ？Enjoy economies of scale in long run. An increase in the scale of production will result in a fall in average cost 係咪啊？做得越多成本平均成本越低啦 ，that is economies of scale. Now, you see the idea is very similar, okay? Very similar. But then, actually, the two laws are very different because when we talk about DMR, we talk about a short run, and it concerns marginal product. But when we talk about economies of scale, it's a long run, which means all must be variable, or in other words, there is no fixed factor. 一定唔應該揾到 fixed factor 嘅 and the law concerns average cost, not product. 係咪啊？講嘅嘢係都係 something increase, something decrease. The idea is the same, but then the content is vastly different. Okay, now here a little bit of things. first, which is the most important, spelling. 得啦，好清楚字啊。The law is economies of scale. Yes. Not economic of scale, not economy of scale. Both are wrong. Both are 0 mark. Okay. Now, second thing, we also talk about economies of scale works in long run only. 係咪 long run 即係咩意思啊 ？No fixed factor. Basically, no fixed factor. And we talk about average cost, not marginal product. Now, for simplicity reason, cross out D. D is not useful. And E, remember, when we talk about DMR, we say that marginal product, it is possible that it becomes negative. 做少咗有機會係 But remember, average cost, it cannot fall below 0. 冇理由係 negative 㗎。你唔會話，哎呀，我今年咧嘅成本係平均負3蚊，咩叫負3蚊啫？人哋俾錢咧，你俾錢呢個叫 revenue 啦，係咪啊？醒少少嘅真係唔該你。Okay, now here, let's look at how it would appear in examination when it comes to the mathematics part. Okay, now it will look something like this. Now remember, I talk about it again and again. First one, check whether long run. Second, check average cost. Here, let's do this. First one, we check there should be no fixed factor. Let's see. What if we provide? What if we provide? Both are variable, so yes, no fixed cost. This one pass. Second, we need to check average cost. Here, you see. Average cost 啱喎，然後啦 20, 16, 12, 8 and 4. You see, it is decreasing. So in this case, you see, long run, average cost decreasing, economies of scale applies. Okay, 得唔得啊？見唔見啊？兩個 factor. Or sometimes you see, instead of giving you factors, they actually give you output, number of output. 然後佢背後有個咩 assumption 咧？做得越多，證明你個 scale 係越大啊，得唔得？證明你個 scale 越大啊。Alright, so basically quantity increase, average cost decrease. OK， 嗱我哋啦check 唔到第一步啦，係咪第二步啦 ？Average cost yes decreasing. So economies of scale in this case. Now this type, I think this type of table quite outdated. 其實都 out 地㗎啦。Alright, quite outdated. Because with output, we actually do not know. We do not know whether it's a short run or long run. Okay, we do not know. 其實唔知㗎。But anyway, I digress. As examination, okay, sometimes exam doesn't make sense. Okay, now in graph form 係啦，大家最中意 graph 啦，係咪啊 ？graph 係點畫咧 ？Inverted U shape. Okay, now there are two parts. Now, first of all, the lowest point, we call it optimal scale of production. Now, optimal scale basically, the AC is the lowest. 係咪？當佢 AC 係最低嘅時候啦，係咪啊？嗱 here the previous part you see average cost is decreasing, okay? Decreasing. We call this part economies of scale part. And later on, after the optimal scale, actually it will keep increasing. The increasing part, you see increasing, we call it these economies of scale. 嗱同埋啦，你份屋試應該係未改嘅。Okay, now here remember. Don't just write average cost because remember, first point, we say economies of scale must be long run. So don't miss out a word. It should be long run average cost. 呢度見嘅 LAR 啊 ，long run average cost or 啊，要 label 嘅 long run average cost, not average cost, but long run average cost here. Okay? Long run average cost being the lowest. Okay, 得唔得啊？小心啲啊呢個。Okay, again, graph is not that important nowadays. We are not quite into graph. Okay, so again, if you have not fully understood what is going on here, I suggest you rewind the video and watch it until you're good to go. Okay, now the following part, we are going to look at some exam questions first, just on the mathematical part, and then after the mathematical part, we'll talk about the reasoning part and be done with this video. Okay, right, on to the examples. Here the first one, 1997, the year when everyone was so unhappy 回歸啦，係咪？嗱 here during the busy season, it says that a factory increased the number of workers, 係咪？ Basically the factors to increase output. As a result, you see that number of workers increase, total product increase. 好啦，嗱你見我已經寫咗喺度啦。When you see the word product, 係咪啊？ we see the word product. Immediately you know you can't say anything about economies of scale. 都唔知，都唔係講 cost 係咪啊？我點知啊 ？So immediately B is a wrong answer. OK， 嗱 C 同 D 你都未見過㗎嘛，係咪？你睇下數學嘢嚟㗎嘛，係咪 ？So there is no such principle, no such principle. Now A answer is A, but actually I think A is also wrong in this case. Now let's follow EAA logic and then you tell me what is wrong. Okay, now here, first step, we check whether there is fixed factor. Actually, we only see a variable factor. We don't see any fixed factor here, right? So this is the reason why I say the law of diminishing marginal. The law of diminishing marginal return does not apply in this case. That is the reason why. Okay, now assuming 1 is okay, so let's check 2. Here, 2. We have total product. I mean, you check marginal product. Marginal product. Total convert into marginal. Now, because of time limitation, here, you see, this one, 24, okay? 32, 34, 24. So, assuming the first stage is okay, then you see, the highest point is at 23. So we call it after 23rd, when 24th unit has been added. Okay, so in this case, DMR may apply. But again, I don't think this is a good question because we actually do not know whether this is a short run or long run. Okay, now next question. Now, next question. The table below shows the production of a good X. There are only 2 types. Now here, let's check. First step, whether there is a fixed factor. Now let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, actually, both are variable and all already.全部都 variable. So we know this is a long run. Now second, we check. Total cost 係咪啊？有冇 product 俾你啊？冇 product 喎。So we already know DMR does not apply. A is the wrong answer. 都冇 product， 我鬼知係咪啊？記唔記得啊 ？DMR we are talking about product, not cost， 唔同㗎。Now let's check. We have total cost. Then we need to have average cost. Then let's calculate average cost. 好啦 ，total cost 100，問題啦，除邊個啊？1定係20啊？ Remember, I always said divided by number of output， 唔係 labor 同 capital 啊，得唔得啊？係 output 啊。So here, this one, 100 divided by 20, 5 point something, 6 point something, 8. You see that after the calculation, is actually increasing. When the cost is increasing， 好啦，成本上升好事定唔好事啊？唔好事啦。So we know this is a diseconomies of scale. Okay, diseconomies of scale. Now optimum scale we don't know because we need to know which point is the lowest AC. Okay， 得唔得？唔關事啦。Now not difficult 啦。嗱呢個最淺啦。Economies of scale 基本上俾咗你啦，係咪啊？頭先講咩啊 ？Long run average cost 係 decreasing 啊嘛，係咪啊？ So answer long run average cost 唔嘥時間，白痴。Now 2 more question here. A firm increases all its input to double 係嘛？咩叫 all double 啊？如果全部都 double， 即係有冇 fixed factor 啊？冇 fixed factor 咯，咪 no fixed factor， which means all are variable. So we already passed the first test. First test. It is a long run production. Okay. Now second, we need to check average cost 係咪啊？我哋睇睇 average cost 喎。而家見到啦 ，total cost total unit 啊，係咪啊？點計啊 ？We need to work out average cost. This one divided by this one, 6 and 7 increasing. 咦 ，long run average cost increasing 係咪應該 suffer from economies of scale？ OK。嗱 C 嗱 A 唔講啦 ，C 同 D C。The firm cannot cover its cost. How do I know? How do I know? 我鬼知啊，係咪啊？嗱 optimum scale, we need the lowest AC point, but then we do not know which point is the lowest AC. Okay, so no. Now next one. 2013係咪？2013年嘅題目啦，2013啦，終於去到 DSE 啦。Okay, now here the table shows now. Let's see. Machine 2 fixed factor variable 有 fixed 有variable 即係咩啊 ？short run 咯係咪啊？所以 C 同 D 即死啦。Okay, now average product. Now remember, first step we know short run. Second step we check marginal product. Now here, now because of time limitation, already check the margin. Now this one is a total product. This one is a marginal product. 係咪 average 計咗 total 再去 marginal 啦，已經計咗啦，70、90、80。So you see here, highest point 90. We say that this is after 5th unit when 6th unit has been added. Okay, so basically DMR applies in this case. Answer is B. Okay, so you see when DMR mixed in together with average cost, is actually not too difficult, but then you have to be really careful 係咪啊？要不斷提自己 short run 定 long run product 定 cost 啊，你要不斷去提自己呢個問題啦。同埋啦，可以點試你一鑊啊？記住，如果我想試你 I want to trick you, then I can play with short run, long run, which is quite simple, and then I can trick you. Marginal cost, marginal product, average product, those kinds of things. All right, and see, remember there is a question. 2018 we did it. Now, this one 係咪可以點 fit 你啊？你做得咁熟啦 ，you are so familiar with question. Why don't I fit you? I ask you that is something not related to DMR， 同 DMR 冇關嘅嘢係咪啊？特登問啲其他數學嘅問題啦。So please remember. 3 words 3字真言啊 is called read the question 中文都係3隻字叫做睇題目啊嘛係咪唔該啊 very important same problem with your homework which I will talk about in next video okay now I think we are done with the mathematical parts of average cost and economies of scale, right? 應該係啦 Yes. Now, finally, we only have to go to the reasoning part of the economies of scale. Now, we need to understand why there will be economies of scale. 我頭先話做多啲會平啲，咁點？我哋話生產規模大啲 ，the scale as the scale gets bigger, average cost will decrease. We need to know why. Now, first of all, we need to understand when we talk about economies of scale and diseconomies of scale, there were 2 types of economies of scale or diseconomies of scale. Now, first type we call it internal economies of scale. 咩叫 internal 咧 ？Expand by yourself， 自己公司自己擴張得唔得？自己去擴張自己公司啦。OK， 嗱 ，example， 麥當勞 open another branch of McDonald。開分店咪係咯，係咪啊？自己開個分店啦，麥當勞喺麥當勞啦。OK， 嗱 ，let's be quick about the reasons。OK， 嗱 ，internal economies of scale 點解自己擴張會啲嘢平咗啊？嗱 ，many reasons。Lower purchasing cost basically you buy more 啊。嗱，大家都知㗎，買多啲係咪你個來貨價會平咗啊？平均啊嚇 ，then average cost will decrease。Remember this price supplier price。Okay, supplier price basically your material cost. Material cost 低咗咪 average cost 低咗。OK， 唔嘥時間啦。嗱 ，lower cost of borrowing this one. Now think about it. The scale as the company scale becomes bigger. When you borrow the same kind of money, the risk of default 走數嘅機會對銀行嚟講會低咗㗎。銀行嗰啲走數機會低咗，係咪成本？唔係呢個叫話 interest rate 係咪會低咗啊？ Interest rate will get lower. Interest rate would be your average cost. Now, let's use a silly example. I go to bank, ask for $1 million. 我要100萬。跟住佢望一望，哇！陳生，哇 ，Mr. Chan, you have only 20 to 30K per month. 你一個月2萬3萬蚊，但係你借100萬，你還唔還到㗎 ？So there are only 2 results. First, they don't grant me the loan. Okay. Second, they charge me a super high interest rate. Now, in another example, 李嘉誠 go to borrow 1 million。李嘉誠應該有人殺我啊！我借100萬咁少咁啊，你睇小我啊咁啊。Anyway， now if he asks for 1 million，the bank look at 李嘉誠啊，哎呀得啦，100萬濕碎啦，冇問題嘅，佢實還到㗎啦。Okay， so the interest rate, the risk of default is so low that basically interest rate will be super low for him. Okay, so the scale as it gets bigger, the risk of default is lower, so interest rate will be lower. Okay, now better R&D. R&D stands for research and development. 科研得唔得啊？嗱，記住 ，research and development requires a very big lump sum. 原來咧，你做科研係俾一嚿好大嘅數出嚟啊。And the worst is that after the research and development, you don't know whether the research would bear fruit or not. 係咪啊？你唔知有冇成果㗎 ，whether it bear fruit or not, we don't know. So remember, as the scales become bigger, you find more affordable. For example, I want to do a research and development， 但係啦，原來啦做個 research 要成100萬嘅，要200、300萬、成千萬嘅 ，I alone cannot do it. But Li Ka-shing's company, because the scale is so big, they have a lot of capital, so they will be able to afford it and be able to spread out the R&D cost. OK， 因為做多咗啊嘛，係咪可以 spread out 咗佢啊 ？So here you see average cost will decrease. Now more advanced machinery, more money. As you get more money, scale bigger, you can buy more advanced machine and average cost will decrease. 唔嘥時間啦。High degree of specialization， 呢個唔講太多啦，好唔好啊？呢個真係唔講咁多。Now copy from the definition of labor notes. Basically, the bigger the scale, the more people you get. The higher degree of division of labor can be practiced, then average cost would most likely decrease 係咪啊？你個 productivity 高咗嘛 ，average cost most likely would decrease。唔嘥時間啦。嗱 ，efficient marketing this one quite easy to understand. Now remember 落廣告啦，喺電視落廣告咧。嗱 ，regardless of how many units you have produced, you can sell。話知你可以賣到幾多件，話知你可以做到幾多件啊？你賣1件落廣告又係10萬蚊，賣1萬件落廣告又係10萬蚊。Let's say you sell 1 unit and now the lump sum. Let's say when you want to have the advertisement, the lump sum is 1 million. You sell 1 unit, then the average cost will be 1 million, right? If you sell 1 million units, then the 1 million would become, you see, $1 per unit. Average cost decrease in this case. 見唔見啊？其實可以攤翻勻佢啊。But if you have been paying attention in my class, you know that this reason is bullshit, complete bullshit. Reason is simple. This lump sum， 咦？如果做咁多件都係1個 million， 呢個叫咩 cost 啊 ？Fixed cost 啊嘛。So if there is fixed cost, then it is against our assumption of long run， 係咪啊？違反咗 long run 啊，所以econ 佬亂讀嘅，你全部都求其亂讀啲嘢。呃細路係咪啊 ？Anyway, I digress. Now, final one, lower risk management cost. Basically, it means most of the company, as the scale gets bigger, they will have more diversification of business. 會做多幾門唔同嘅生意。例如啦 ，for example, MTR, they also get into the business of octopus. Let's say for whatever reason, people now they can fly. 原來突然間啲人都識飛啦，唔使搭交通工具啦，以後再。Even if people can fly, then MTR, the transportation department, will collapse， 會執笠啦。But octopus still okay. In this sense, their risk management cost will be lower， 係咪 ？Average cost 咪低啲 As opposed to, let's say I am a private company doing a rickshaw， 人力車嚟嘅，係咪啊？跟住啦，原來啲人咧生咗對翼之後，你算啦，你咁老漢，你唔好學人拉車啦，係咪？So after they have grown wings, they don't want my rickshaw. They don't want me to 推車 anymore. Alright, so I will have to close down, and I don't have any diversification. If I have to manage this risk, I have to spend a lot of money to manage this risk. Okay, so average cost will go up for me and go down for the bigger scale one. Okay, quite easy. Now, on the other hand, the same token, what if the company becomes too big， 太大啦，好似之前759咧，阿信屋啊 ，alright， you know， 阿信屋而家咪單 size 好多，就係之前開得太多分店啊 ，OK， 嗱 ，basically what happens is that here the reasons are simple: harder communication, complicated to manage, and high administrative costs. Basically the same thing. as the factors of production becomes more and more, you get more and more people, hierarchy will go up. Or another word, now this time I finally remember how to spell bureaucracy. 係咪啊？ Bureaucracy will also increase. 嗱，逢親官僚啊嗰啲多咗啊 then you need to spend a lot of money. Maybe you need a middle manager. Maybe you need a better communication services. For example, better WhatsApp Pro, for example. Okay, these all costs money. Okay, that would result in a higher average cost. 唔嘥時間啦，唔講咁多啦。Okay, now this one, bottleneck in marketing method. What I mean is that, remember, as a company becomes so well known, 原來咧佢已經係好出名㗎啦。The products, people already know about the product. Then the effect of the old marketing strategy may become so little. For example, Coca-Cola. We talk about Coca-Cola. 好啦 ，Coca-Cola 咧已經係老牌嘢嚟㗎啦。佢如果再賣電視，嗱 they have an advertisement saying that wow Coca-Cola is so tasty. Do you think it's useful? No, because by then if I would drink Coca-Cola, I would already have done so. I know it is tasty, right? But I'm concerned with health, right? So they need, in order to attract new customer, they need to find new methods of marketing. For example, you see nowadays 可口可樂賣咩㗎？ They don't sell their taste anymore. They actually sell their fun, their happiness. 可口可樂就係開心，你買開心啊。Okay, so this new method, you know, many times when you use new method, it means the average cost would need to go up. You need to try new things. Average cost would go up. Alright, so this is what I mean by bottleneck in marketing method. Alright, now next two. High cost of borrowing. Now remember, when your company gets too big, your business gets too big, then people will perceive it is very risky. For example, maybe you have a big project 嗱，好似啦填海啦，用幾多啊？1萬億係咪啊？ The money is so big. If something goes wrong, everything goes wrong, and then the money will all the way 抌落鹹水海啦 ，into oblivion basically throw into oblivion. Alright, so the risk is so high that banks are no. Risk is so high, I have to charge you a higher interest rate. OK， 嗱係咪風險越高啊？咁我哋利息咪越高咯。Alright, so this is now the last point, high cost of purchase. Now remember, when you make too many, you may exhaust the original supplier. When you exhaust the original supplier, you need to find new suppliers. 好啦，你話啦，咁點解平時啊 normal time, why don't you use those new suppliers? 點解好人好者之前唔用佢哋啊 ？Because their prices may be a bit higher, right? Their prices may be a little bit higher than the original one, right? So 嗱，而家迫於無奈啦 ，you can't do anything but to buy from them. So that will pull up the cost. Average cost will go up. Okay, 得唔得？ So these are the points when we talk about internal economies of scale. Again, if you want to know more, I suggest you refer to the textbook. They have quite detailed explanation. I don't want to spend too much time here. Okay, now quickly, let's go to the external economies of scale and be done with this chapter. Okay, now here, as opposed to internal, 就唔記得頭先啦 internal economies of scale. When we talk about internal, it come on. Yeah. When we talk about internal, we are talking about expand itself, right? Now, in contrast, external, we are talking about when the whole industry becomes better. For example, Silicon Valley, the whole IT industry becomes better. Now, what happens when the whole industry becomes better? Then what would happen? Now, external economies of scale, because of the better industry, now our average cost will go down. Now, there are several reasons. For example, better infrastructure. Now, when the industry becomes better, the government will put more support to it, so average cost will decrease. Now, what I mean is that, now, let me give you one example. Now, just now, you know, I have upgraded my computer today, actually. Went to buy a new computer. So, when I went to buy a new computer, my friend, she asked me one thing. How come there was an MTR station so close to Golden Archive? 我點解喺黃金出面咧咁把炮 會起多個D1 出口俾佢嘅。Now because the industry is getting better, they have better bargaining power。喂，地鐵你幫我起多個出口啊 ！The government will also support。係喎，嗰度咁悶，不如起多個出口。We build one more exit and make the Hong Kong's economy better because of that, right? So better infrastructure, better transportation, better government support, those kind of things. Average cost will go down. OK， 好啦，唔講啦。嗱 ，next point we talk about when the industry becomes better, then there will be more talented people going there to work for the industry. Now, as they work there, the productivity will increase, which means most of the time, average cost will decrease. Now, for example, back in my days when I was as young as you guys， 嗰陣時講咩啊 ？Global business 好興嘅係咪 ？Global 啊，嗱個個都去晒讀 global 啊，唔好講 global。We talk about IT industry。Alright， now back when I was in Form 3，OK，Form 3嗰陣時好興講啊 .com 啊嗰啲啊，科網股啊嗰啲啊。Everyone goes to be IT guy，OK，IT guy。So when the industry becomes better, the smart people, the 10As, the 5-star people, they all study IT。因為 IT 個行業多咗叻人啊，突然之間 ，right? More talented people go to work there. Productivity will increase, more breakthrough. So average cost will decrease. Okay? So that is what we mean. Easily accessible good labor market. Now, lower sourcing cost 呢個好容易理解啫。嗱。As the industry becomes better, the supplier, when you do it, usually the supplier will try to give you a lower price, simply to have better relationship with you, because you are in a good industry. They want to do business, prolonged business for a long time with you. So building a better relationship, give you a lower supplier price, and average cost will decrease. Okay. Now finally, the marketing. Less marketing is needed. Now think about 先達and黃金。People already know about them. Do they need to do any marketing? No need to do any marketing. 咁啊慳翻 marketing 錢咪 average cost 下跌咯，係咪啊？唔講啦，好嘥氣啦。Now, what about these economies of scale? Right? These economies of scale. 3 reasons externally. 3 reasons. First, high labor cost. 頭先我哋話啦 there will be more talented people going in. But then remember, talented people cost more 係咪啊？天才梗係貴啲㗎嘛，係咪？你話買 Leo Chan 同買 Miss Ma 邊個貴啲㗎？買 Leo Chan 貴啲啦，係咪？天才啊嘛。Right, alright. So wages will go up. Wages go up, so average cost will go up. But then you will ask, 唔係喎 Sir. Then which one is which? You just mentioned better labor, average cost decrease. But better labor, average cost will increase. Now remember, it depends on the time frame. Okay? Now, wages 嗱，通常啦，有冇聽過一句説話啊？係咪啊？價就係咁加，人工又唔加啊嘛。Remember, wages most of the time are quite rigid, not slow to change. Okay, slow to change. They are quite slow to change. Okay, now here let's think about it. When the IT industry just starting to get better, people already flooding into there. But then we all know wage is rigid. 係啦，叻人就去晒啦，但係啦，人工啊未加，係咪啊 rigid 㗎嘛 ？So at that point, average cost will decrease。人工未加，但係多咗叻人啊。But later on, as the industry becomes saturated, we call 飽和咗啦。飽和咗之後，咁會點啊 ？Then people would fight for higher wages as they successfully fight for higher wages. Average cost would go up, right? Quite easy。嗱 ，higher rent 呢個唔使啦，嗱一寫就知啦，米芝蓮啊，係咪啊？米芝唔係車胎人啊，米芝蓮啊 ，OK？Matthew 喺偷笑你應該係咪啊？We talk about Michelin。Every 有冇聽過米芝蓮死亡之吻啊 ？Every time a restaurant get recommendation from Michelin, and then the landlord will say： 咦，你米芝蓮喎，肯定好好賺啦，不如加租3倍咯 ，OK？Rent will go up，呢個唔解啦 ，OK？ 嗱 ，finally。Externality. Remember, as an industry becomes so big, they may start to create something bad. Now, basically, negative externality, something bad. Think about pollution, noise. We will learn this again in Form 6. Don't worry. Now, these will all push up the AC. Now you may be asking, 關咩事啊? Now think about it. Pollution. With more pollution, then people become unhealthy. 好啦，你啲員工 unhealthy 即係咩意思啊 ？Absentee 多咗啦。Now you still pay the wages, but the average productivity becomes lower. Then you need to take measures 係咪啊？例如啦，可能要提供多啲醫療保險啊嗰啲啊。Now another example, pollution. Now they have some laws saying that you cannot just emit all those pollutants down in the river 唔得嘅，太唔環保啦，唔係係太唔環保啦。You need to do some measures。喂，我想問係咪變魔術㗎？唔係啊 ，those measures, those conservation measures takes money and actually a lot of money. Okay, so average cost will go up. 得唔得啊？ Now again. If you want to know more, refer to your textbook. Let us not waste time here. Okay? Now, let's go to the final section. Finish exercise, and then we are done with this chapter. Now, here, remember, when you do the non-mathematical part of economies of scale, there are also 2 steps. Okay? First step, determine whether it's external or internal. Then second step, determine whether economies of scale or diseconomies of scale. 得唔得？兩樣都要去 determine 嘅。Okay? Now let's look at this question. In order to increase the number of nurse expanding medical services has allowed more resources 嚇。我想問下呢度嗱 here expanding medical services 佢係咪 expanding a hospital 啊 ？No. Expanding medical services, the whole industry. So from this sentence, we know this is an external, 係咪 external 啦，肯定 C 或者 D 啦。And then allocate more resources. 我想問啦，政府俾多啲資源你，好事定唔好事啊 ？This is a good thing, right? So enjoy external economies of scale. We do like this. Okay, now let's finish the rest of the question. Here, now a revision. Wing runs a mobile accessory in Mongkok. One variable cost 係咪 example 嗱，如果記得 raw material cost 係咪啊 ？raw material cost 啊 ？How to explain？ 記住啦 ，because it changes with number of output. Changes number of output。你記住呢幾個得啦，係嘛？呢個唔嘥時間啦，呢個唔嘥時間。Now for the rest of the question， 嗱你見到啦，全部答案係咪 copy 啊 ？Now let's try to follow the 2 steps here. Okay. Now first step. Many electronic product retailers are located in Mongkok. Many 係咪一間啊 ？Is it talking about one? No 係咪啊 ？Not one firm expand itself. Many, which means the industry. So this is an external. Now check. Yes, external economies of scale. Copy 啦，唔講啦，好嘛？ More exercise. Stephen is a restaurant owner. He pays his waiter a monthly salary and allows them due to the opening of several new branches. 嗱，記住啦 ，branches 分支啊嘛，係咪啊？我哋分店啦，自己開分店喎。Then we know this is an internal. Production cost increase 係咪啊 ？Average cost increase 即係咩意思啊 ？This is a diseconomies of scale 咯，係咪啊 ？So we know this is an internal diseconomies of scale. Then we need to give reason why it happens. Okay, quite easy. Now, final question. Shenzhen has become the Chinese Silicon Valley, the headquarter of many. 即係咩意思啊？見到 many 呢個字，咪即係 external 咯 ，external 唔知咩啦，係咪啊 ？external 係啦，睇 external economies of scale，external 佢俾咗你 external economies of scale 啦。Now, if you want to change this question next time, they may say that explain why average cost would decrease. Okay, then you need to also identify AC decrease. That would mean economies of scale 啦，係咪？你要自己 identify 翻啦。Okay, so this is basically chapter 6. Okay, remember, first, you need to understand what is long run, short run, marginal, total, and average. And then the 2 important laws. We have diminishing marginal return, short run, which means there will be fixed factor and about marginal product. While in long run, we have economies of scale. Long run, no fixed factor. average cost. Okay, now when we talk about non-mathematical part, two steps. First step, check whether it's external or internal, and second, you need to check whether it's an economies of scale or diseconomies of scale by checking whether average cost decrease or average cost increase. Okay, so this is pretty much all I have to say for chapter 6. Okay, now for next video I will talk about your chapter 5 homework, and let's see whether time allows, then we'll also work on chapter 7. Okay, if no further question, then I'll see you again next time in our next video. See you.